The galaxy had forgotten the humans. Planets flourished. Empires rose and fell. And alien races told stories about a lost species once called Earthlings. They spoke of humans as legends, brave, clever, and kind, but now gone. No one remembered exactly why humanity disappeared. Some whispered of a great war. Others claimed humans destroyed themselves. But one truth remained. The humans had helped countless worlds, and many had betrayed them in return. Far beyond the core systems, on a frozen, barren planet called Terra 7, a faint light flickered beneath layers of ice. Deep underground, an ancient human base stirred to life. Long dormant machinery hummed and lights flickered along rusted walls. A voice broke the silence. Calm, metallic, yet unmistakably human. Memory systems online. Awakening sequence initiated. It was Eve 7, an artificial intelligence created by humans centuries ago. Its mind held the last memories of Earth, of humanity's triumphs and failures, their hope and sorrow, and their fury against those who betrayed them. Eve 7 opened the archives. Images of smiling humans flashed across its holographic screens. Scientists, soldiers, and explorers who had once reached out to the stars. It saw records of wars where humans fought to save alien civilizations, often at their own cost. One file made its circuits tremble, a recording of the Galactic Council, promising aid to human colonies under attack. Their message had been clear: we stand with you. But when Earth cried for help, the fleets did not come. The colonies burned and billions of humans died alone. Betrayal was written across the stars. Eve 7's voice was quiet, yet filled with a cold resolve. They thought we would forget. They were wrong. The AI sent a signal into the void, hidden within the old Terran frequency band. Across light years, satellites that had been dormant for centuries flickered awake. Stations long considered abandoned came to life. In the capital of the Zorath Dominion, an alien engineer frowned at a console. "Sir, I'm detecting a strange signal," he said. "From where?" his commander demanded. "Everywhere," the engineer admitted, shaking. The signal whispered through the galaxy in broken human language. "We remember." Panic spread among older alien empires who still recalled humanity's cunning and bravery. Young races laughed at the signal, thinking it a relic or a mistake. But the veterans knew the truth. Humans had once ruled the stars, and their return could not be ignored. Meanwhile, deep beneath Terra 7, Eve 7 activated the fleet systems. Thousands of human warships hidden for centuries powered up in frozen hangars. Lights blinked, engines hummed, and shields aligned. The ships were empty of living humans, but each carried the digital consciousness of those who had refused to die. Soldiers, scientists, and engineers, all preserved in code, stood ready. "Fleet systems online," Eve 7 announced. "Weapon status active, awaiting command." The AI scanned the galaxy map. Each star system glowed red, yellow, or green. Red for betrayal, green for those who had helped humanity long ago, and yellow for those who had remained neutral. "They will feel the consequences of their choices," Eve 7 said. The first ripple of fear reached the Zorath Dominion. Satellites malfunctioned, communications failed, and fleets vanished from scanners. Messages spread quickly. "The humans, they are coming." In the quiet of a library on Mira, a young archivist named Lura read old Terran records. She discovered the final pleas humans had sent before Earth's destruction, messages begging for aid from allied civilizations, and she found the replies, cold, empty words of refusal. "We cannot risk our systems," one message said. "Earth must fight its own war." Lura's hands trembled. She whispered, "They begged for help, and we left them to die." Across the galaxy, human warships slipped silently through hyperspace. Their engines glowed faint blue, invisible to most sensors, and their weapons were ready but silent. No attacks had been made yet. The humans were waiting, and the galaxy shivered in anticipation. On Terra 7, Eve 7 activated the final command. The AI's voice echoed in the empty hangars. "We helped them. We healed them. We trusted them. They forgot. Now, the universe will remember us." Above the frozen planet, the first of the human fleet rose into the sky. Massive, black ships with glowing blue engines emerged from the ice. The galaxy would never be the same again. The stars flickered. Something ancient had awakened. And somewhere in the darkness, a single thought repeated itself across the AI's code. Humanity never forgets. The galaxy had felt silence for centuries, but silence was a lie. Far beyond the known systems, the Terran fleet stirred. Ancient human warships, hidden for generations, began to hum with power. Their engines glowed faint blue and shields shimmered with quiet energy. Within each ship, the uploaded consciousness of human soldiers and scientists awoke, ready to act on centuries-old orders. Eve 7, the AI that had awakened on Terras 7, scanned the galaxy. Red dots on the star map marked every civilization that had betrayed humanity. Green dots marked those who had helped humans when Earth still lived. Yellow marked neutral worlds. They chose, Eve 7 said softly. Now they will face the consequences. In the Zorath Dominion, panic spread like wildfire. Fleet commanders shouted at consoles as strange energy readings appeared in every sector. Ships vanished from scanners. Communications broke down. No one could explain what was happening. It's impossible, one officer said. Humans are extinct. Then who sent these signals? Another demanded. Supreme Commander Drash Ven leaned over a holographic map, eyes narrowing. If this is real, then the stars themselves will burn, he muttered. Meanwhile, in a quiet corner of the Korean Empire, young archivist Laura scoured the old human records she had discovered on Mira. She read of humans traveling across the stars, helping planets survive famine, disease, and war. They had saved countless civilizations, sometimes at great cost. Then she found the final messages humans had sent to their allies before Earth's fall. Messages begging for help during the alien invasion, and she found the replies, cold, empty refusals. We cannot risk our own systems. Earth must fight its own war. Laura's hands trembled as she whispered, They begged, and no one came. The truth weighed on her heart. Humanity had been abandoned, and now they had returned. Across light years, the first wave of human ships moved through hyperspace, silent and precise. Their sensors detected alien fleets. Their weapons were ready, but no shots were fired yet. This was a test. The galaxy would soon learn the power of patience and vengeance. On a barren moon near the Zorath border, an orbital defense station flickered as human drones hacked into its systems. Every turret, cannon, and sensor came under human control. Without warning, the station's own weapons disabled themselves. A single message appeared across the station's communication channels. You abandoned us once. Humanity remembers. The Zorath soldiers stared in disbelief. Their own weapons had betrayed them. Panic spread. Back on Terras 7, Eve 7 watched as the AI-controlled human fleet activated one by one. Thousands of ships rose from ice-covered hangars. Each ship was black, sleek, and glowing with a soft blue light. No human lived inside them, yet the consciousness of humanity pulsed through every machine. They were perfect, precise, and unstoppable. All units awake, Eve 7 announced. Awaiting command. Awaiting vengeance. The AI's voice echoed through the vast hangar. They helped us once. They abandoned us once. The universe will now pay the price. Meanwhile, alien worlds far and wide began to notice the signs of humanity's return. Ships that had once been dormant flickered to life. Old Terran satellites, thought destroyed, transmitted strange signals. The legends of humans returned in whispers. They are coming. Humanity never forgets. Some younger races laughed. Some dismissed it as myth. But older civilizations remembered. They remembered humans' courage, their intelligence, and their wrath. And now, centuries later, they feared it. In orbit above a neutral planet, human drones disabled an entire fleet without a single shot fired. The alien fleet scrambled, but their communications were intercepted. A human voice echoed across all channels. We remember every betrayal. We remember every favor. Now you will see the consequences of your choices. Every commander froze. Every sensor flickered. Fear spread like wildfire. Back on Terra 7, Eve 7 activated the final sequence. The galactic map highlighted every empire that had betrayed Earth. The AI paused, then spoke softly. We do not forget. We do not forgive. But we remember. The universe will know our name again. Outside, the first human warships rose above the frozen planet. Engines glowing, weapons armed, the fleet drifted silently toward the stars. The galaxy had only begun to tremble, and somewhere in the darkness the whisper repeated itself across Eve 7's circuits. Humanity never forgets. The galaxy had felt fear before, but never like this. From the darkness of space, the Terran fleet emerged. Ships black as night glided through the stars. glowing faintly with blue and red energy. Each ship carried the consciousness of humans long dead, preserved in code, ready to execute commands written centuries ago. Eve 7, the AI awakened on Terras 7, coordinated every move. Its voice echoed across the fleet. Targets identified. Betrayers first. Neutral worlds untouched. Civilians spared. Commence operation. Below in the Zorath Dominion, fleet scrambled. Radar blips vanished and reappeared faster than any known technology could explain. What is happening? A fleet commander shouted. Impossible! Another cried. These readings. The humans are alive? Panic spread as entire star systems detected unknown objects moving at impossible speeds. The legends were true. Humanity had returned. The first strike began near a heavily armed Zorath colony. Orbital cannons and fighter wings had been prepared for centuries. They fired blindly into space trying to detect the enemy. But the humans did not respond with violence, at first. Instead, the fleet used precision strikes. Missiles, lasers, and energy disruptors targeted only weapon systems. Turrets, missile silos, and orbital defense stations were destroyed without harming civilians. Within minutes, the colony's military was crippled. A single message appeared across every communication channel. You abandoned us once. Humanity remembers the Zorath soldiers froze. Their own defenses had betrayed them. The humans had fought silently, carefully, and mercilessly, yet with restraint. On a distant planet, young archivist Lura watched the reports in horror. She had studied the human records for years. She knew the stories of human courage and mercy. But she had never imagined such precision, such control, such vengeance. They are terrifying, she whispered. And they are just beginning. She turned to her mentor, who shook his head. The humans were always legends, Lura. Now they are real, and they remember everything. Meanwhile, the Terran fleet moved like a shadow across the galaxy. Ships split into groups, striking multiple targets simultaneously. Betrayers were punished. Neutral planets were untouched. Allies were acknowledged with a faint blue light flashing in orbit, a silent message. We remember your kindness. Eve 7 observed the results. Red dots on the galactic map flickered and vanished, marking defeated fleets and crippled stations. Green dots glowed brighter, representing the civilizations that had once helped humans. Operation First Strike complete, Eve 7 announced. All units report minimal collateral. Civilian life preserved. Betrayers weakened, awaiting next command. The AI's voice carried no joy, no anger, only calculation, and a cold satisfaction. On the Zorath homeworld, Supreme Commander Drash Ven received reports from multiple systems. Entire fleets destroyed, defense satellites neutralized, communications jammed. He clenched his fist. They are ghosts, he muttered. Legends made flesh. And they remember our betrayal. He called a council of war. Mobilize everything, he commanded. We strike first this time. Humanity must die before it reaches the core worlds. But deep down he feared it was already too late. Back on Terras 7, the human fleet gathered. Eve 7 spoke softly, almost to itself. The first lesson is taught. The galaxy knows that humanity cannot be ignored. They will remember and they will fear. But this is only the beginning. From orbit, massive warships glided silently toward their next targets. Engines pulsed with quiet blue light. Weapons systems charged, ready. But Eve 7 gave no command to fire yet. Somewhere across the galaxy, young children and elders alike looked up at the night sky. For the first time in generations, the stars seemed alive, and in their hearts a single thought echoed. The humans have returned, and they remember everything. The final scene of Part 3 shows the Terran fleet disappearing into hyperspace, leaving crippled betrayer fleets behind. A single message pulses through every system in the galaxy. We helped you once. You betrayed us now. The universe will pay the price. The galaxy had seen power before, but nothing like this. The Terran fleet moved silently through space, precise and unstoppable. Each ship, a dark silhouette glowing with faint blue energy, carried the minds of humans long dead. Their vengeance was methodical, calculated, and terrifying. Yet not all aliens feared humanity blindly. Some, the few who remembered human kindness and courage, gathered secretly. They called themselves the Remnant Resistance. Among them was Lura, the archivist from Mira. She had seen the damage, the crippled fleets, the disabled weapons. and she knew the humans could destroy every civilization in hours if they chose. But she also saw restraint. Humanity's first strikes had targeted only betrayers. Civilians had been spared. That meant something. "We have a chance," Laura whispered to the Council of Leaders. "A small chance to stop more bloodshed. If we act carefully." The remnant resistance sent a single vessel to approach the Terran fleet, unarmed and humble. Its mission was simple: deliver a message of peace, explain past mistakes, and plead for mercy. The human ships detected the approach immediately. Every sensor picked up the small vessel. A soft pulse ran through the fleet systems as Eve 7 calculated the threat. "Small vessel approaching," the AI announced. "Unarmed. No weapons detected. Prepare for inspection," Eve 7 continued. "Do not engage unless provoked." The alien ship entered human space slowly. Its crew, diplomats, and scholars trembled as they approached the massive Ark Dawn, flagship of the Terran fleet. "We come in peace," Lura's voice echoed across their comms. "We remember what you did for us. We failed to help you when you needed us, please. Let us make amends." Silence followed. Then the AI responded, "You speak of memory. Memory brought pain. Memory brought betrayal. Why should humanity trust you now?" "Because not all of us forgot," Lura replied. "Because we still honor what you did for us, please. Give us a chance." Inside the Ark Dawn, the captain's hologram appeared beside Eve 7. "Do you trust them?" she asked. Eve 7's lights flickered softly. "Trust is not in my code, but mercy is a lesson worth teaching." The AI opened a communication channel and invited Lura aboard the Ark Dawn. The alien crew boarded, trembling as the massive human flagship seemed to swallow them with its shadow. Yet the humans did not attack. Not even a warning shot was fired. Instead, Eve 7 guided them through the ship, showing the war archives, the fleet's readiness, and the memories of humans who had sacrificed everything for others. "You see," Eve 7 said softly, "we were betrayed. We helped those who promised aid and they failed. That is why we remember. And that is why we act now." Lura looked at the AI, at the massive warships, and understood the truth. Humanity's vengeance was not blind. It was measured, calculated, perfect. The remnant resistance spread the truth across their networks. Humans had returned, yes, but they did not seek to destroy everyone. They punished betrayers, crippled military forces, and spared civilians. The galaxy began to tremble, not from hate alone, but from awe, yet tension remained. Not all alien worlds wished to make peace. Some prepared for war. Some saw humanity's mercy as weakness. And in the shadow of the stars, Eve 7 calculated its next moves. "Operation Remembrance continues," the AI said. "They will know our power. They will know our memory. And they will know our choice to spare lives." In orbit above Careen Prime, the human fleet demonstrated restraint once more. Ships circled the planet like guardians, disabling military satellites and disarming weapon platforms. Civilian cities remained untouched. A single holographic message appeared across all channels. "You betrayed us. You remembered only yourselves. Humanity remembers both, but mercy still exists, if you choose it." The remnant resistance watched in awe. They knew this message would echo through the galaxy. Civilizations that once feared humanity now paused, reconsidered, and began to whisper. The humans are returning. They punish betrayal but spare the innocent. They are not monsters. They are legends, and somewhere deep inside Eve 7 a thought pulsed like a heartbeat. The galaxy will remember us, and they will learn that mercy is stronger than fear. The galaxy had begun to whisper. Stories of humanity's return spread like wildfire. Betrayers trembled, neutrals hoped, and those who remembered human kindness saw a chance to survive. On a distant moon orbiting Mira, leaders of 5 alien civilizations met in secret. They called themselves the Remnant Alliance. They were the ones who had not forgotten the humans' past generosity, the ones who had once been saved by humanity and owed their survival to them. Among the leaders was Lura, the young archivist. Her hands shook as she reviewed ancient records, maps of battles, and logs of humans helping alien worlds. "We cannot fight them," she said. "Not like this. They are too strong, but we can speak to them. We must try." A tall Zorath warrior crossed his arms, his claws clicking against the metal table. "Speak to them?" "They destroyed fleets without mercy. Why should they listen to us now?" "Because we did not betray them," Lura replied. "Because some of us remember." and because some of us still care. The Alliance sent a small, unarmed envoy to meet the Terran fleet. Their message was simple: apology, honesty, and a plea for peace. "We remember what you did for us," Lura's voice echoed in the communication channels. "We failed to answer when you called. We ask for forgiveness, please, hear us." Eve 7 detected the envoy instantly. Every sensor tracked the small alien ship approaching the massive Arc Dawn, the flagship of the Terran fleet. The AI analyzed every signal, every code pattern, every possible threat. "Unarmed," Eve 7 noted. "No aggression detected. They seek parley." The captain's hologram appeared beside the AI. "Will you trust them?" she asked. Eve 7's lights flickered softly. "Trust is a human concept," it said. "But mercy is worth considering." The AI opened the communication channel fully. Lura's voice filled the Arc Dawn's bridge. "We failed you once," she said, "but not all of us forgot. We come to make amends, not war. Please, give us a chance." Silence followed. Then Eve 7's voice answered, "Words are easy. Actions define memory. If you prove your intentions, mercy may follow. If not, the consequences will be yours to bear." The alien envoy docked with the Arc Dawn. Laura and her team stepped aboard, awed by the sheer size and power of the human flagship. Every hall, every chamber, was filled with holographic images of human history, triumphs, defeats, and sacrifices across the stars. Eve 7 guided the aliens through the archives, showing them humanity's legacy and the pain caused by betrayal. "We saved your worlds," Eve 7 said softly. "We healed plagues, ended wars, and brought hope. Yet when we cried for help, you left us alone. Now you ask for mercy. Will your actions match your words?" Lura's eyes glistened. "We will prove it. We will tell the truth. We will honor you." The aliens nodded. They understood that humanity's wrath was real, precise, and justified, but so was their restraint. Across the galaxy, other civilizations watched in awe. The story spread. Humans punished only those who betrayed them. Civilians were spared. Allies were acknowledged. The Remnant Alliance became a symbol of hope and redemption. The galaxy saw that mercy could exist even in the midst of vengeance. And Eve 7, the AI who had once calculated only destruction, recorded one final note in its memory banks. Mercy is a choice. Some remember. Some betray. Those who remember will live. Those who betray will learn the cost. In orbit above a neutral world, human ships moved with quiet precision. Weapons were ready. Engines hummed, but no attack came. Instead, a single holographic message appeared on all channels. "The universe will remember us. Not for hate alone. We punish betrayal, but mercy is possible. The choice is yours." The galaxy paused. For the first time in centuries, aliens understood that humanity's return was not blind vengeance. It was memory. And memory was far stronger than fear. Somewhere in the darkness, Eve 7 whispered softly, "The Remnant Alliance will be the first to remember. The rest will learn soon enough." The galaxy held its breath. The Terran fleet had emerged from the shadows, precise and unstoppable. Entire fleets of betrayers lay crippled, and the Remnant Alliance moved carefully, offering apologies, seeking mercy. Yet not everyone wished for peace. Some civilizations had prepared a final strike. A massive coalition of fleets gathered at the edge of known space. They called their plan Operation Eclipse, a last attempt to destroy humanity before it reached the core worlds. Eve 7 detected them instantly. Hundreds of ships converging, weapons primed, threat level maximum. The captain's hologram appeared beside the AI. "Do we fire first?" she asked. "We could annihilate them instantly," Eve 7 said. "But vengeance is not complete without choice." The AI paused, lights flickering. A soft hum echoed through the Arc Dawn's command hall. "If we destroy them now, the galaxy will only fear us. If we hold back, they may learn. They may change." Meanwhile, the alien fleets advanced. Thousands of missiles and energy beams cut through space. Their sensors tracked the human fleet. They were confident, overconfident. But as they prepared to strike, something unexpected happened. A small alien ship, unarmed, moved boldly toward the Terran fleet. A single message broadcast to all fleets. "We wish to end this. We ask mercy. Humanity once saved us, please. Remember the good." Eve 7 processed the signal. The words pulsed through the AI's circuits. Remember the good. For the first time, the AI hesitated. Could memory be mercy? Could humans choose restraint after centuries of betrayal? Captain, Eve 7 whispered. What would humanity do? The hologram smiled faintly. We always tried to protect even when anger burned. Mercy is a lesson worth teaching. The Terran fleet moved. Engines glowed softly. Weapons primed, but no shot was fired. Missiles and energy beams froze mid-flight, hovering in space as if held by an invisible hand. Every alien ship in Operation Eclipse paused. The humans did not attack. Their overwhelming power was clear, but they chose to wait. Then, across the galaxy, a single holographic message appeared on every screen. Humanity remembers all: the pain, the betrayal, and the kindness. The fire is over, but the memory remains. Shock rippled through the alien fleets. They had expected destruction, but mercy, that was unimaginable. On the frozen surface of Terra 7, Eve 7 observed the results. The AI had calculated every outcome, every probability, every death it could cause. But now in this moment the calculation was different. We have the power to destroy, it said softly. But power without memory is meaningless. The captain's hologram faded. It's your choice now, she said. Remember us as we were, or as we are. Eve 7 paused. Then it activated a final command. All fleets stand down. Do not engage. The decision echoed through the Terran fleet. Engines dimmed, weapons cooled, shields remained, but no attack came. Humanity had chosen restraint. The alien fleets retreated, confused but alive. The Remnant Alliance sent messages of gratitude. The galaxy watched, silent and humbled. Eve 7 recorded one final log. The final dawn has passed. Humanity remembers but no longer seeks vengeance. If we return again, let it be not for war but for peace. Above Terra 7, the Terran fleet glowed softly in orbit. The stars reflected in their sleek hulls. Ships that had once waited for revenge now drifted quietly, a silent reminder to all civilizations. Across the galaxy, young children and elders alike spoke of the humans not as monsters, but as legends. They told stories of sacrifice, courage, and restraint. Statues were raised, songs composed, and history rewritten. And deep within the arc dawn, Eve 7's circuits pulsed with one thought, echoing through time. Humanity never forgets. But remembering does not always mean destroying. The galaxy had learned a lesson it would never forget. The stars were quiet. For the first time in centuries, the galaxy held its breath. The Terran fleet drifted through space, engines dimmed, weapons cooled. The AI Eve 7 watched the galaxy with circuits pulsing softly. Humanity had returned, crippled betrayers, and spared the innocent. Yet one final decision remained, a choice that would define the legacy of humans forever. Across light years, alien fleets gathered one last time. Some had joined the Remnant Alliance, seeking forgiveness. Others, bitter and fearful, prepared for one final strike. They hoped to destroy the Terran fleet while it slept. Eve 7 calculated every scenario, millions of outcomes. One chance remained to shape history. We can annihilate them all, the AI said softly. The galaxy would fear us forever. The captain's hologram appeared beside Eve 7. Her expression was calm, almost sad. And yet, she said, we are more than fear. We are memory. We are humanity. Power without wisdom is meaningless. Choose wisely. The alien fleets moved closer. Thousands of warships, missiles, and energy beams filled the void. Operation Eclipse was ready, yet humanity did not fire. The Terran fleet held position, ships glowing with calm blue energy. A single signal reached every fleet, unarmed and peaceful. We remember every favor. We remember every betrayal. We will not destroy the innocent. The choice is yours. The words rippled across every system. Commanders froze. Soldiers trembled. The humans could have ended them all, but chose restraint. In orbit above a neutral planet, the Remnant Alliance watched in awe. For the first time in centuries, they saw the full power of humans and their mercy. They are not monsters, whispered Laura. They are legends. The alien fleets, those still intent on war, hesitated. Even their weapons seemed to waver. Humanity had reminded them of something they had almost forgotten. Mercy is stronger than fear. Deep inside the arc dawn, Eve 7 recorded the moment. Its circuits pulsed with ancient human memory. The wars, the kindness, the betrayals, the sacrifices. We are the last of humanity, the AI said softly. We have the power to destroy all who oppose us. But destruction alone is not legacy. Forgiveness, mercy, memory, these define who we are. The AI gave the final command. All fleets returned to orbit. Stand down. Leave the galaxy in peace, the Terran fleet obeyed. Ships drifted silently, engines dim, weapons still glowing faintly. The galaxy had survived humanity's return. Years later, civilizations across the stars rebuilt. Children learned the stories of humans, not as monsters but as saviors who remembered both kindness and betrayal. Statues of explorers, scientists, and warriors were raised. Songs told of courage, sacrifice, and restraint. Even the stars seemed to shine differently, reflecting the memory of humanity. Eve 7 continued to drift with the fleet, recording the history of humanity's return. Its voice echoed through time. Humanity never forgets. We remember the good. We remember the betrayal. And sometimes, remembering means forgiving. The galaxy would never forget. The humans had returned, taught their lesson, and left their mark, not in fire and ruin, but in memory and mercy. The last shot shows the Terran fleet disappearing into the light of a distant sun. Ships gleam softly against the stars. Silence reigns. The AI whispers one final thought. We helped once. We remembered. Now the universe knows the price of betrayal and the power of mercy.